Good evening, everyone. This is Yosei Sakura, the cherry blossom fairy of positivity. I hope everyone had a blessed holiday. Now, tonight, as I have put out on my socials, I will be going over a little bit about seasonal affective disorder. Now, seasonal affective disorder, also known as seasonal depression, affects more people than you might actually realize. For a majority of individuals who suffer with this, it starts in the fall, goes through the winter, and will usually start to go away by spring or early summer. Some people may struggle with this during the warmer seasons, although it is much less common. And for them, it will start to go away in the fall. For those who struggle with this, be it winter or summer, okay, this is a yearly struggle that they must contend with. And it can have profound effects on how you feel, how you think, and it definitely affects how you act. It is commonly thought that the shorter days and less sunlight tend to set off a chemical change in the brain for some people, which can lead to the depression. Now, some things that I want everyone to understand is depression is different from just feeling sad or unhappy. Okay? We all go through periods where something doesn't go our way, or maybe we lost out on a promotion at work. Yes, we will be unhappy. We will be sad. But it's not going to be debilitating like true depression is. And seasonal affective disorder can lead and can develop into severe depression if it's not treated. And it can affect anyone, no matter what your age, gender, or socioeconomic status. It does not make a person weak, and it cannot just be wished away. If it could, everyone who struggles with this would just wish it away. And if you know someone who's depressed, don't be judgmental. That is not what they need. What they truly need is empathy, support, and assistance to try to get through this. They need encouragement, not ridicule. Now, it does tend to affect women more so than men. But don't misunderstand me. Men do struggle with this as well. So I want you to encourage anyone you know who is feeling depressed to seek help from a medical professional. Now, seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD, usually begins in adulthood. However, there are cases where people of a younger age can also be affected. Now, it is believed that some of the causes of the winter version are thought to be, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that there is less daylight, which certain hormones in the brain may trigger attitude-related changes at certain times of year. It's also thought that the decrease in serotonin production in the fall and winter might have something to do with it. Now, serotonin is a chemical that helps to control your mood. This is a naturally occurring chemical in your brain. The exact causes, though, are not known for sure. They can't just say, oh, it's this, this, and this. So if you struggle with this, this, and this, then you're going to have seasonal affective disorder. It is not that simple. Now, as for the spring and summer version, it is thought that this one is affected by the increase in daylight, because that is believed to have an adverse effect on a person's sleep patterns and the way that typically there are more events that go on in the summer and when it's warmer. So socially, warmer weather brings about more engagement. You have more events that you're going to. You're running around, visiting people more. You might be outside more. We all know that the days are longer. And that is thought to be one of the typical causes as to why some people are affected with SAD during the summer months, because of a combination of the added pressure of the events and whether you're hosting or being expected to go to them. And also the fact that the days are longer. We're having more sunlight. So that in itself can affect some people's sleep patterns. And it may make it harder for them to actually get sleep. But again, just like the winter version, the exact causes are not definitively known. Now, some of the common symptoms can include fatigue, problems with concentration. You may have an increased appetite or a decreased appetite, more desire to be alone or to isolate, loss of interest in things that you once enjoyed. These can include things such as hobbies, seeing your family or friends. Maybe you're sleeping more than normal. You might have a lack of energy. These are all common symptoms of the winter version. Now, the summer version can have anxiety, irritability, loss of appetite, aggressive behavior, restlessness, or like I said before, trouble sleeping. Some of the things that you might want to try if you are struggling with seasonal affective disorder is light therapy, to stimulate the light that you are not getting from the sun. They sell light therapy lights on places like Amazon, eBay, but as with any kind of therapy, talk to your healthcare professional first. Don't just go out and buy one and try it, okay? Because your doctor will have more insight into if the light might have an adverse reaction with, maybe you're on certain meds that don't like you being exposed to a lot of sunlight because it can cause an adverse reaction. So always check with your medical provider first. Now, if that is not an option, try sitting closer to a window during the times of day that the sun is out. Or you can also try to get outside as much as you can to help increase the amount of exposure to sunlight. Some individuals use psychotherapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy or even interpersonal therapy. Your medical professional might prescribe antidepressants if they feel that they are necessary to help you get through this time. Try to make sure that you are eating a well-balanced diet and getting exercise at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, if possible. Try your best to stay involved with your social circle and to stay active. And you also want to do your best to stay away from alcohol and illicit substances, because the use of these will only agitate the situation and make it worse. It is also important that if you or someone you know struggles with this, they will not just snap out of it and stop feeling depressed as soon as the weather or season changes. It takes time, and it might be that you or they just start to feel a little bit better gradually as each day passes. And again, every person is different. There is no one size fits all for everyone. Okay? So they really need your encouragement, your support, and your understanding. I know it might be difficult, especially if you don't understand what is going on with them. But be rest assured, anyone who struggles with seasonal affective disorder, it is not that they are being lazy or that they just don't want to do things. It is a real condition, and it should be treated as such. They should be encouraged to get the help they need. Now, you also want to remain positive, even though it might be difficult at times. And again, if you are depressed or feeling like this sounds like what you are experiencing, please see your doctor, and they will be able to connect you with a mental health professional if they feel that is necessary to assist you with this. And again, I can't stress this enough. This condition is more common than you might think and should be treated as any other health condition. People who struggle with this, they need help. That's all. They don't need to be stigmatized because they're having a problem or a struggle. It's like any other struggle that a person might face, and it should be treated as such. They should be encouraged to see the doctor, just like if someone has a cold or they cut themselves. Okay, say you were opening up you were cutting a roast with a knife and the knife slipped and you cut yourself and you have to go get stitches. You would encourage them and drive them to the hospital to go get the stitches. I mean, you should do the same thing. If you are feeling this way or you know someone else who is feeling this way, encourage them to go talk to their healthcare provider and get the help that they need. Does anyone have any questions or comments? I'd love to hear from anyone in chat and to hear if anyone else struggles with this. And especially this time of year can bring on depression, especially right after the holidays. You might get what's known as the winter blues, because there is such a buildup for the holidays and for this time of year. And there's so much stress also associated with it. Be it if you're trying to figure out, are you going to be able to see everybody? Are you going to be able to get them the presents you wanted? Are you going to be able to see anyone? Or for some people, this is very stressful because they really don't have a large social circle. So this time of year can make them feel extremely alone. So again, reach out to those you care about. Try to include them as much as possible. If they are feeling unwell, please go check on them. Just something as simple as, a phone call or a text or even an email can mean the world to somebody who feels like nobody is there for them. Now, I hope that this information was able to help those who might be struggling with this. Or if you know someone who is, maybe it will help you to help them get the help they need and to better understand what they are going through so that they can feel that they are not alone. And also, I want to stress again, this is more common than anyone might have previously thought. I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that everyone had a wonderful week and that it will continue into a wonderful and blessed weekend full of love, joy, and peace. And remember, even if you are struggling this time of year, you are never truly alone. God is always with you, right there beside you. He will not bring you to any situation that He will not bring you through. And as always, I want to wish everyone a blessed evening and a blessed rest of your day, night, or whatever it might be for you. I will be streaming Stray tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I want to say thank you for everyone who stopped by my stream tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope that this information will be helpful and that some of these tips might help someone feel a little bit better. And as always, be good to one another. Be kind. Try to help those less fortunate than yourself. It is so important, not just this time of year, but all year long. We should always strive to help our fellow man. It is so important because, after all, we have more in common than we do that separate us and make us different. We are all human beings. We all have feelings and emotions, and we want to be loved and accepted for who we are. And remember, a kind word or a simple gesture or a thank you can mean the world to someone you don't know. You might be the bright spot in that person's day. This is Yosei Sakura. Stay positive.